What's up, ladies and gentle Yu-Gi-Oh nerds? I'm here to talk about the format before Nationals and everything that's happened up until today and the current format. We're 3 weeks from Nationals. There's some things I wanted to talk about, mainly UK Nationals. What happened? UK Nationals, a lot of cool stuff came out of. The biggest was the Infernal Tempest OTK deck, or not really an OTK, but the deck was, how do I put it, really, really cool. Like, it's basically Owner Seal, but you play Grander Golems. Like, Owner Seal sided in his build. I was also told that his build was incomplete, but it's besides the point. The guy piloted it to top 32. He did get DQ'd. Supposedly he got 4 deck checks. And when they deck checked him in top 32, they're like, oh, you wrote Gold Sarcophagus twice. Not sure how accurate that is, but that's besides the point. The deck itself, you use Infernal Tempest, you can basically deck out Chaos Dragons. The deck has a really solid matchup against Chaos Dragons, the way it looks. Skill drains, stuff like that. Skill drains also gives him a better matchup against half of the decks in the meta. He's lucky he didn't play against any Final Countdown. Pretty sure the guy would have lost. The other cool deck to come out of it was the Junk Doppel, that top 32 as well. Junk Doppel, it's been dead for a long time, You wouldn't think about a deck like that coming back. But the deck did top. Will the Infernal Tempest and the Junk Doppel make an appearance at our Nationals in North America? Possibly. They are instruments for making people think. In the long run, UK Nationals, I don't know if it will really affect the meta as a whole. It did give us some cool ideas. I'm not going to lie about that. Chaos Dragons will be at North American Nationals. Rabbit or Chaos Dragons will be the most represented deck. Chain Burn and Final Countdown are both big threats. Side your Decrees, side your Jinzos, hide your women, hide your kids, because Santa Claus is coming. I mean, you guys get the point. You got to make sure that you're safe for that matchup. You guys don't want to run into major issues against those decks. Declare your battle phases, very important when you're playing against that deck. I read an article on Alter Reality about make sure you declare your battle phases because Frozen Soul and Thunder of Ruler, they stack. Very problematic. If you don't declare your battle phase, guess what? You've pretty much just screwed yourself. So I got to stress that. Make sure you know your rulings on your cards. There's a lot of little things that you should know. The biggest threat in the Swiss is usually in sectors. They're everywhere. They're the cheap mans. Get at your deck. A lot of people will probably be playing in sectors for the quick BS win. Windups are still very underrated in today's format. They are the most techful deck in the format. You can change like 3 cards and like the whole deck just changes. Like, it's really cool. It's my favorite conceptual deck because like it's so adaptable. Like, it took players a really long time to realize that windups can adapt a lot faster than Dino Rabbit could. And we've proven that. Here we are, what, 5 months later after windups had their debut. And they're evolving slowly. They're keeping up. The tech of format right now is Soul Taker. It's a very good card. Life points don't really matter right now, particularly, so to say. Like against Chaos Dragons, like you're gonna have to push. Side deck choices for the North American WCQ. That's up to you guys. I mean, you have to decide what you're going to be most scared of. It's gonna be a shot in the dark on what you're going to be playing against all day. There's going to be a lot of good players there. You're going to have to make sure that you have a lot of good tech cards in general. And, my final advice, guys, is just be ready. Shockmaster, Kaichi Koichi are there. So, you guys survived this video this long. Just remember that this is one of the best Sacktastic Exceeds in the game. Don't ever forget that. So, let me know what you guys have. What are your concerns about the North American World Championship Qualifier? What do you think is going to happen up until the day of the event? Like, what do you think will win? What do you think is going to happen? Leave me your comments down below. I love to read this stuff from you guys when you actually have creative comments. And we'll roll up the red carpet for Nationals in 3 weeks. So I'm Cool40 out. Peace, guys. And let me know what you guys think tomorrow's video should be. leave me some comments, guys. Peace.